Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this last day of August. It's Monday, August 31st, 2020. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Glad you're here with us for another week of TF, and we kick it off right here. We'll have your Verona Road construction update as we do every Monday on the show. Plus, checking with the Department of Trade Consumer Protection. And, of course, we've got your headlines. And, yeah, if you didn't get outside this weekend, tisk, tisk, tisk. Unless you had to, work or go to a wedding or whatever, we feel bad for you, but there's more cooler weather on the way. A little rain moved through early this morning, and now it's going to be cool. We talked about it in the morning show. It's going to be cool for the next several days, so right in there on the perfect window weather as we move through here. Andrew, you got your windows open still at the Bamlet barn? Oh yeah, I just closed ours for the rain, but we'll be opening them again if I have my way. Of course, my wife, who's looking at me like, she's got bad allergies, so a lot of time we keep it closed. But this year, I'm trying to keep them open more often. But it's an ongoing battle here at the Crosby household. Let's get right into the headlines, and we start with a traffic alert. Be on the lookout. One lane closed on eastbound McKee Road between Fitchburg Road and Nesbitt Road. This will be going on from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. It happened today. It will happen tomorrow and Wednesday as crews are paving the curb, our concrete curb through this area. Watch the road ahead and leave plenty of room to brake. Information on County PD and the construction project, well, it can be found at the project.511wi.gov/Verona Road. Yeah, RD. And we'll talk about this construction update in the next the next half hour. After the next break, not after the next half hour. Andrew would kill me. All right, let's talk about election. If you're looking for some work, we could use some help on the election inspector and poll workers. That information is up on the website. If you're looking for election or to help with election, or to be an election inspector or poll worker to facilitate the right to vote, excuse me, and maintain order on the election day, election officials ensure that our elections are open, fair, impartial, and trusted. And election workers are appointed for a 2-year term and typically work 2 to 4 elections per year. And you can see the shifts here. Well, we got all available, and we're gonna need all hands on deck this year for the upcoming presidential election. So head out to the website, fitchburgwi.gov, get yourself signed up. And yeah, we would love to have you on our team. All right, I want to talk about the shooting that happened over the weekend. It says here an 18-year-old man was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries after being shot early Sunday morning in the 6000 block of Viroqua Drive. Around 4:40 a.m., Fitchburg police officers responded to an apartment on Viroqua Drive for a report of a person who was shot. Officers learned several people were present in the apartment when multiple shots were fired through a window, striking the man. The preliminary evidence indicates the shots were fired from a suspect or suspects who walked up to the apartment. This incident is believed to be a targeted shooting. The victim remains in the hospital in serious condition. Officers from the City of Madison and City of Verona Police Department assisted on scene. This investigation is active and ongoing. We don't have any other information as of yet, but we are requesting your assistance. If you live in the area and have any information related to the incident, please contact the Fitchburg Police Department. We are specifically interested in anyone who had any home surveillance footage of vehicles or people who may have been in the surrounding area between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. this morning. That would have been Sunday morning. If you have any information related, we got a few ways you can get that information to our officers. You can call the Fitchburg Police Department non-emergency line, 270-4300. We also have a tipsters line. Call that number. It's 270-4321. Text your tip to 847411. Include the keyword Fitchburg in your tip. Or you can contact the Madison Area Crime Stopper, 608-266-6014. That website is p3tips.com. All right, Hearts of Fitch continues on here in Fitchburg. This celebrates the great employees of the city of Fitchburg. And this one is a familiar face because she's been on our show many times and has her own show with Amy. It is Mandy Miller. That's right. Meet Mandy Miller, volunteer program manager and nutrition site manager at the Fitchburg Senior Center. What do you do for the city of Fitchburg? A question. What drew in this field? It says here that I'm a volunteer program manager and nutrition site manager at the Senior Center. I manage just over 200 volunteers. My volunteers help older adults in Fitchburg stay independent in their homes for as long as possible by offering services like home delivered meals and rides to medical appointments. I've worked with older adults for my entire life, one capacity or another. In high school, I was an active assistant and cook, activity assistant and cook in college, and I was a caregiver in a memory care facility working with people at their end of lives. My current position, however, has been perhaps the most gratifying because it involves more of a wellness approach to aging. It's pretty cool. And she's a pretty cool person. If you haven't stopped down and say hi, you should do so. And yeah, some fun facts here. She loves to cook, but never follows the recipe. Does that not surprise you whatsoever? I am a meditation practitioner. I love to dance. I'm a workaholic. Graduated from UW-Madison with a degree in how do you say that one? Rhetoric and public address. I give lectures on Buddhist drama and tech medication. So I got to fly. Teach meditation. Same time I'm trying to chase down a fly over here, Andrew. So don't pay attention to anything I'm doing. Yeah, either way, Mandy, we're so excited that she is an ex-Hearts of Fitchburg, and you can check all of those are up at the Facebook page of the city's website. All you got to do is search for the city of Fitchburg. And congratulations to Mandy. All right, switching gears here. We've got all Metro buses will now have plexiglass shields installed by the driver's seat. Yeah, so it says here, along with fare collection, front door boarding will resume on Tuesday, September 1st. Please make sure that you have a valid pass or cash fare ready to go. And it shows there the picture of what that plexiglass looks for people entering the bus at the front there. So be ready when you head out for your next bus trip. All right, coming up next, we open up our digest with your Verona Road construction update. But first, here's a look at, well, 2 meetings happening this week.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Behind every 2020 census taker's mask is a friendly neighbor. They're teachers, retirees, vets, people committed to doing right by getting the count right. If you haven't responded yet, they'll be stopping by to ask some simple questions that will inform how billions in federal funds are spent on local services every year for the next decade. So when they come knocking, say hi from a safe distance and do your part to support your community. Time is running out. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're in our digest. It's Monday. That can mean only one thing. It's the Verona Road construction update presented by Andrew Bamlett. No, you're not going to do it? Fine, I'll do it. All right, here we go. We didn't practice that or anything, so no worries on that front. Let's get right into it. We told you about this in the headlines, but want to make sure that you know that eastbound and westbound of County PD are located on their respective lanes within the project limits as crews work in the middle. Yeah, they're in the median. And the daily lane closure on eastbound McKee Road between Fitchburg Road and Nesbitt Road. This is again 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's today through Wednesday as they are putting concrete there on the shoulders or something like that. Sound like concrete work there. Yeah. So please slow down in the area. Open turn movements on Nesbitt and K-Peck Road intersections. Remember that left turn is closed from westbound County PD to Hard Rock Road, and right turns are open to and from eastbound County PD to Hard Rock Road. All turn movements are open at McKee Road intersection, along with Fitchburg Road and Commerce Park Drive. Both of those still remain open. And again, if you're working your way to the east towards Seminole from Commerce Park, remember that's a separate construction project where now you have the footbridge or the bridge there for the state bike trail going over top. That work continues as well. And we update you on that work on Wednesdays. But as far as this work goes, work will continue with grading, aggregate, curb, and gutter work, along with concrete pavement in the median for the turn lanes of the new County PD. What? It's right in there. It's right in the script. Steve wrote it right in there. Grading, aggregate, storm, sewer, concrete, and asphalt items, along with traffic signal work to continue throughout the upcoming weeks. So it's your 2-week outlook. It's getting bittersweet, Andrew. Each time we do this, we're checking one last opportunity we get to talk about this project, which is so sad. So sad. I'm going to need a counselor to talk with Steve, talk my way out of doing these updates. Because every Monday when the digest comes back after construction, it's going to be very difficult to deal with. Anyways, that's my sad story. New asphalt crews recently paved asphalt for the turn lane for westbound County PD McKee Road to Fitchburg Road. Looking pretty slick, if you ask me. Please keep your eyes on the road ahead and slow down in the work zones. The men and women are working, who are working, want to go home and see their families too. And that's very true for all construction workers across Wisconsin, and especially in Fitchburg. We have a lot of construction, so slow down, be alert. And again, be alert for the lane closures happening this week as crews again are working on paving the concrete curbs throughout the area. So those closures again going tomorrow and Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And again, those are on McKee Road between Fitchburg Road and Nesbitt Road. Yeah, take it slow through that area. All right, let's go into some of the details as far as getting and staying in contact with the project. Certainly, Steve wants you to know that unfortunately there's no open houses at this point because of COVID, but that doesn't mean you still can't reach out and get any of your questions, comments answered from DOT. That information is on your screen. And we still got our 3 main sources here. It's the DOT's website and the Verona Road Business Coalition. And frankly, if you haven't downloaded the app, I'm not going to ask you anymore. I'm going to tell you to download it. No, I was kidding. You should download it if you haven't already. Great deals on there through the construction. And thanks again to all the businesses who are participated all these years in the VRBC work. They have done such a great job. And we're almost there. We're almost there. All right, that does it for our digest segment. Coming up next, we open up our guest segment, checking in with Michelle at Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Julia, ¿estás lista para tocar con nosotros? Yo tocaré mi clarinete.
Y Alma tocará su tambor.
Tambor ruidoso.
Bueno, ya sabes qué hacer, Julia.
Julia sabe.
Dado el autismo de Julia, los sonidos pueden ser muy fuertes.
Y hace música a su manera.
¡A tocar!
La detección temprana del autismo puede hacer una diferencia de por vida. Conoce más sobre la detección temprana en detecciondeautismo.org.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps! Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Department of Aid, Trade, Consumer Protection, it's my favorite DATC person, Michelle.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Don't tell Laura.
Lips are sealed.
She didn't see or hear any of this. That's perfect. No, I appreciate you stepping in here today and for helping us all this month. Today we're going to talk about a few different topics, all kind of relating to the same thing. And we've discussed this earlier in the month, but as COVID, the pandemic has moved on, more people have lost their jobs or lost income. And we want to make sure that we keep people protected in this from whatever they can or can't do, both from people, whether they're paying their mortgage, paying rent, utilities, all of that. So as we start, let's take a look at rental properties. We do have kids going back to school. I'm sure contracts were signed a while ago for rental properties, but as students move back into these rental properties, if school cancels, if school goes all online and they're like, well, I don't want to stay down or stay in these homes. What are we looking at here, and what should we be thinking about in this new era?
Yeah, it's a big open question for these students, because many in our area may have signed rental agreements for a full year prior to the pandemic ever happening, because some properties you look and project pretty far ahead as to where you want to live down in the campus area. So yeah, they could be locked into a situation. And when you sign a rental agreement, that is a contract. It's for whatever period of time you have agreed to, normally a year. And again, it's a contract. You are locked into that situation. But if you need to cancel or move out and you choose to do that with being informed with information, you let the landlord know, put it in writing as to when you're going, but no, you're still responsible for the entire period of time of that agreement, unless the landlord can rent it to somebody else. So that would be the way that you'd become not responsible. And you really want to communicate. Talk with your landlord, let them know what your situation is, what you're experiencing. And if you're a student and a first-time renter, maybe talk to your parents, talk to someone who's got experience, call Consumer Protection so you know what the law says about these situations. We can't give you legal advice, but we can let you know what the law says, so you, again, are making informed decisions about, the next steps.
Yeah, that's, I think, very crucial this year is keeping the open dialogue between the two parties has got to be huge. And then the documentation's got to be there. And something that I've asked you many times is document when you get into these contracts and trying to get out, keeping those documented. What would be some of those documents that they would need or have in hand as you're trying to work through these type of scenarios if you do want to get out?
Right. Well, I'm just going to go big picture on documents since you brought it up. I mean, when you're moving in, you want to make sure that you fill out a check-in sheet. assess the condition of the property, document it. Sometimes the landlord gives you a sheet of paper to do that on. Otherwise, get out the notebook and start writing it down. Keep a copy, give a copy to the landlord. The other document you want from the landlord that should be in your written rental agreement is who you get rent to. And when that is due, and then be honoring that, know that you're responsible, and who you report maintenance problems to. And if you have them, do that timely. So those are the basic documentations you want. And then what that does is protect you on the back end. So now it's time to move out, whether it's because you're at the end of your lease or you've broken your lease. You want to make sure you walk through with the landlord and do the condition of the property so you know what damages you might be responsible for. Maybe you can fix some of them. And you want to make sure the landlord knows where you're going so you can get any potential security deposit back, and he or she knows where to send that to. So that's the document you need to provide your landlord in reverse. And that's, again, if you're going all the way through your lease or if you're having to break it early. And then if you're breaking it early, you want to pay attention and be in communication with your landlord back and forth about whether or not that property is being rented. Watch for a listing. They may have many properties open. Yours doesn't have to go first. Other ones could, but be paying attention to that, monitoring it, and staying in communication.
Yeah, I think that's great advice this year. There's so many what ifs out there right now. And if you do get into a sticky situation, I think you got to have a backup plan and have those documents ready to go. I just think it's just to be safer. On another front too, if you are faced with that tough decision that you've lost your job and you are, you're binded to that contract. We had some delayed payments for a while that went away. As a tenant, obviously, or at both parties, you could try and work something out if possible. But if you can't work it out, can somebody really just put you out on the street and evict you? No matter what age. I've seen the stories of people who've lived someplace 37 years and be kicked out, because they couldn't do it. So, where do we stand on that front?
Yeah, so whether you have an agreement in writing or just a verbal agreement, you're responsible to pay rent on a regular basis, whatever that was established to be. And if during this time you've altered that agreement because maybe you've gotten to be put on a payment plan, you want that in writing. That's another document, but you want to make sure that you honor that. If you don't, under the law, the Wisconsin statute, a landlord can give you a notice of termination. Depending upon your type of agreement, they can give you a right to correct it, or they can just say, we're done, we're terminating this. And then you need to move out in the time period designated. If you don't go, they can take you to court to try and get an eviction. And yeah, you would be removed from the property by the sheriff if you don't go voluntarily, if the courts award that. So there are some resources out there for tenants still. The Wisconsin Rental Assistance Program, if you're struggling to pay rent. Again, talk to your landlord, see if you can get a payment plan. And then if you're struggling with utilities, because depending upon how those are broken down, that can have an impact with your landlord as well. There are, talk to the utility provider, see if you can get a payment plan. They're not doing disconnections right now. That has been suspended until September 1st if you're behind or delinquent. So no disconnections, but you don't need a disconnection notice to seek assistance if you're behind. And you can also just try and seek government assistance for your utility as well by going to homeenergyplus.wisconsin.gov and seeing if you can apply for assistance with utilities there.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the utilities and that extension at this point for what it is. As we get closer to the wintertime, I'm sure we'll have to take a little bit closer look at this and other things. Michelle, thank you so much for going through this today. I know that's a tough one because there's a lot of what ifs there, but I think doing the things you just said, stands a chance at least keeping both parties, keeping that dialogue open and can prevent from further probably devastation or costly lawyers and everything else in between. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. Reach out to Consumer Protection, get the information in writing if you need it. Give us a call, 1-800-422-7128, or go to the website at datcp.wi.gov. We still have a COVID-19 section and landlord-tenant FAQs.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll check back in with you next month.
Sounds good. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah, check the website, DATCP. They've got a great section in there, as Michelle mentioned, on everything we just talked about. And document. That's all I'm saying. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
You're the engine that makes all things go, and you're always in disguise, my hero. I see your light in the dark, smile in my face when we all know it's hard. You're doing a good job, You're doing a good job, don't get too down. The world needs you now, know that you matter.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Michelle from Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. Appreciate her time and helping us go over lots of great topics all month long. You can check back on all of them. We have them posted up on our website and on Facebook and on YouTube. So check them out. They're all there for you at your fingertips. All right, we talked about the below average temperatures, and we have some time here. So I thought we'd take a look at that as things, well, for those of you who don't like hot weather, this is the forecast for you. And everybody who likes hot weather, you can avert your eyes right now, I guess. A shift in the upper level of steering winds will bring this frequent surge of cooler air to the upper Midwest and Great Lakes for the next week or so. Temperatures are looking to be more likely average to below normal for September 4th through the 12th. Nevertheless, temperatures will remain comfortable with the humidity values, low humidity values, as they continue on. Yeah, just nice, normal, maybe a little bit cooler at times. I'm okay with that. We've had some really hot stretches this summer, so I say, yeah, let it come in. Just don't bring that S word with you, okay? All right, stay connected with us all day long. There's the information. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.